right off there. The sun's over here, so if you're
Hey y'all, I'll wait a second for this live stream to get going. Alright, Captain Brandon White here, Rochester Sport Fishing Charters. I'm out here on beautiful Lake Ontario with Dad today. Lake Erie. I'm already messing up, but we're live, so we sticking with it. Just the two of us. We just boxed out for the day. Want to do a quick recap of what we were doing and kind of give you guys an idea of what you can do to be successful out here. Just the two of us, like I said, 6-person limit. We just boxed our 12 fish. We threw about 6 back that were close to that 15-inch range. I lost a couple at the boat just because we were doubled up and it was hard to net stuff when there's only 2 of us. But you know, we wanted a little father-son time. So yeah, I'm gonna go over my whole setup for today. Super simple. We actually only ran we ran 5, but it was more of just a test. We really only needed a 4-rod spread, and I think sometimes focusing in on you know, those 4 rods versus trying to run as many as you possibly can make a huge difference, because you're you know, a lot of times when you're fishing for these fish deep, if you don't see that light bite on there, even if it's a big fish, because it's so deep and there's so much pressure on the rod, that you know, you're gonna miss those bites even if they're big ones. Sometimes they don't whack it, you know, like crazy. So I'm just gonna go over a quick recap here. I'm gonna literally show you every rod that I have and what I was doing, and then yeah, we'll give you a little bit of a couple fish to I'm gonna try to get one out here. We'll give a couple to Dad here to hold. And all right, so I'm gonna flip it around here, just give you guys something to look at. Studs, all out studs. And that's not counting the whole rest of the box here. Got our couple in there. You can see monster perch hitting these big rigs that we're using. So I'm gonna once Dad puts those fish away, I'm gonna give you guys a quick recap of what we did, and hopefully it can help you guys out a little bit on your future endeavors out here. So give Dad a chance to put those away, and then he'll be back. Focused on like 65 to 70 foot of water. We actually started in 62. We got away from everybody else. I think boat traffic's a huge negative that people don't take into consideration. They just get near the pack. Those fish get pressured, they get pushed down. Speed was anywhere from 1.8 to 2.2. I was covering ground, working a faster program than most. So Father, I'll let you take this. All right, go ahead. Tell me when you're ready.
tell me.
All right, we'll get back farther.
What's the resume or whatever?
Nothing. I mean, no, just it's going. All right, so give you an idea of our spread here. So I got Shimano Dakota 600 filled with Torpedo 19 strand. And then I got a 10.5 foot rod. This is my salmon rod, but I use it for my walleyes. I got a number 4 Chinook diver here, Rochester, New York made. I got a 6-foot, 20-pound leader, and been running these most of the day. This is a XL Crush Warrior spoons, silverback. My next inside rod, back up a little bit. My next inside rod is only a 7-footer. It's just an ugly stick. I keep it pretty simple because this is what I use for bottom bouncing. If you try to run a Dipsy on mono, obviously it doesn't work good. But I use this for a lot of different things. I use this for my running 6 and 8 ounce bottom bouncers when we're in a little bit shallower. Not a buffalo. And as you can see here, I got a 12 ounce torpedo weight with an offshore clip with the pin in it right on there. This is just like Matt talked on the Thursday live video. He was doing this. He might have had a leader on here, but I wasn't running. I was just running it like this, and this took either our second biggest or first biggest fish. I got a couple videos too of us having success with it. And 50 feet behind that, I switched over. First thing in the morning, I was running a Warrior flutter spoon. I was using chicken wing, and then this one with a copper back. Later in the day, we switched over to worm harnesses as the bite started to slow down. Copper blades, pink and blue there, nothing fancy. And on this side, I'm running a downrigger, and the reason I'm doing this is that I have my probe on here, and that was huge today because at one point, to get a down speed of 1.9, I was doing 3 to 3.1 on the surface. This I was running again with the same sort of ugly stick rod, and we were running a mix of Ranowski's, and then we switched over to worm harnesses when the worms harnesses started taking fish on the Torpedo. And then I was running the exact same Dipsy setup, that big one that we literally just caught. I got it on video, it's a separate video. It was on a Warrior XL green frog, but with a copper back on it. And it's, what is it, like 10:30, 10 o'clock a.m., whatever time it is, and we just took that fish, our biggest fish of the day just now. Again, I'm running that on a Dipsy diver, same setup. We ran planer boards. Didn't take a single fish on a planer board. I just feel like when you're fishing anywhere from this 50 to 70 foot down or even deeper, it can be super hard to see the bites. And there was a ton of times today where I'm like, I think we have a bite, and there was a fish on there, or we hadn't got a bite in a while. So I went through and checked every single rod, and sure enough, there was either a 12 or 13 inch perch on there. There was a small walleye on there. No debris, we didn't have any issues with that, but typically you're dragging fish. So that's a huge thing, is just going through and checking that spread, and I felt like focusing more on 4 rods when you're fishing this deep was more effective than trying to get as many rods out as you can. And trust me, for just the 2 of us, there was plenty for us to work with. You know, I feel like if there wasn't as many boats out here and I was able to stay on the line that I wanted to, I think we would have limited out real much quicker. But like I said, we probably put close to 20 in the boat. I don't even remember exactly how many. Lost a couple at the boat because we were trying to boat flip them because there wasn't anybody to net the fish. We had some that were short. We had some that were like 15 and a quarter, which I'm not going to keep. I'd rather just fish a little bit extra and get that extra fish. But like we said, got our limit today. Torpedo wire, Torpedo 12 ounce Cuda weight instead of using a big bottom bouncer. I don't even know if they make a 12 ouncer. I'm sure they do somewhere, but I don't own one. So I went with the 12 ouncer because I wanted that line going straight down, and I didn't want my Dipsy diver to catch it on the way over. A lot of times not popping the Dipsy diver will help you catch extra fish. Kind of went back and forth whether I popped this Dipsy divers today. But yeah, you want that is straight down and just treat them like a downrigger. That's why I went with the 12 ounce versus the 8 ounce. I did try the 8 ounce Torpedo weight earlier, but it was dragging too far behind the boat in my opinion, and I didn't want any tangles, so I upped it to the 12. I mixed it up between just dropping it and letting it hit the bottom, then just reeling it up a little bit. And other times when I saw schools of fish higher up in the water column, I just reeled it up 5 or 10 feet to try to get a bite. But yeah, just using the bottom as a gauge of how far I needed to let it out. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Torpedo 12 ounce weights, Torpedo wire, 2 ounce swivels on everything, or 2 ounce, I'm sorry, size 2 swivels on everything, size 4 swivels on a Dipsy rod that hooking up through the Dipsy. Thanks for tuning in. We'll post more videos and pictures later today. Thanks.